Hey everyone, it's WHM Brick Bros back with another video, and today I am here with another one of my MOCs, Mini MOCs. Now this one may not look so mini to you, and there's a reason for that. I was kind of scrambling to put this one together at last minute because I haven't had a lot of time lately to do these, but I was able to do this. I actually have been working on this ATTE for a long time. It took me like a week to figure out. I took the original design and alternate build from a guy on YouTube. I'll link his channel in the description below if you want to go check that out. He just basically, all I've seen him do so far is alternate builds. Some of them are pretty cool. I really like this one, but when I built it, it was so flimsy. So I'm kind of calling this as my MOC in a way. It's less of a MOC and more of a mod, and I'm not really going to show you how. It's just more going to be a showcase of what I really like about this ATTE, and just, I kind of put this together last minute of just a little scene where the droids are fighting the Republic here. So I just, over here, kind of just put some more bulky blasters on these droids, because they've always seemed to kind of have bulky blasters, and I gotta figure out a better blaster for them. I'll probably build like a brick-built one or something, but for now, I was just using these Suchus because I thought it kind of looked good. It doesn't look great, though. And then you've got just a bunch of troops. You do have Cody and some of his Legion here helping out. You've got Kix here helping a soldier who has been shot. This soldier's being shot here. Rex is around to the side. He is custom decaled that I decaled myself, or actually my brother did. Here. He looks really good. I'm really happy to finally get in at Rex. You've got some jet troopers taking off on either side. This is really the main piece. And then you actually have a gunner on top. This is another custom decal. This is an AV decal. He looks really good. And he turned out really nice. I was really happy with the product. And he was one of the few AVs that the legs haven't been rubbing off on. So that's really nice to get. And so I can pose him up here and have him swivel around. This is a phase 1. But I really like the way he looked and kind of wanted to throw him in here with this. Same with the pilot on the inside of here, which I'll take out in 1 second. I'm going to remove that. But just around back, you actually have a customly decaled, this is another AV. This is an ARF trooper. It looks really good. He was from, like, the original Clone Wars. And I'm really happy with the way he turned out. There's a lot of, like, rubbing decals and stuff. So, I really need to put some work into him. The helmet is really loose, which annoys me. So, that's not great. So I need to put some work into him, make him a little bit better. But he's just over here sniping some troops. So, if I do remove this from the MOC, I'm going to put a lot of detail into this, really. So, an alternate build, all you can expect is it to be flimsy. It's not going to work too well, and it's not going to be the greatest, builds. It's maybe good for displaying, but I like to have a sturdy build when I have these things. And this looks really good. I'm really happy with the way he built it. There are some gaps that I need to fix. I'm still really working on this. It's a work in progress. And it's still really flimsy. I've tried out a bunch of different systems. But, basically, this front part, you can actually just remove, and you can stick any pilot in there. He is kind of hard to get in and out. You just kind of have to, it's kind of a loose, because the roof does not come off. But I have put a customly decal phase 1 that my brother decaled. That looks really good. Legs are rubbing a little bit, but not very much, so that's really nice. And then you've got these turrets, which actually look really good. I'm really happy with them, but it's, again, just not a good connection. And so that's just annoying with these, and I think the guy did a really good job designing this. It's just, and it's just like the way an alternate build works is it's just so flimsy. So I put a lot of work into it. One of the main problems was when I remove a side, it had an interior, when I remove a side, this entire middle leg comes off. So I reworked that, and it actually just sits on this. Took that inspiration from the ATA to UCS model. And you can fit tons of troops. I only have a couple guys in here just to show you, but you can fit lots of troops inside. And it looks really good, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It was just so flimsy. So I put a lot of work into this, and this is kind of what I've come up with. Basically, there are a bunch of spots to store a bunch of weapons. I really made this a lot sturdier, this main structure. There are some gaps back here, and the turret appears to have fallen off on the back. I'll find that later. But, as I said, it was really flimsy, but it turned out really nice. This turret up here, I can just simply pop off. It is easily connected, just using some studs. It's nice and narrow, and it really looks super clean. And it may not be the most accurate. I love the way these slanted pieces look here with everything, and the way this just comes out is very smooth. And yeah, it may not be the most accurate, but I really like the way it looks. I did add a windshield on the inside here. It was not actually there because it just doesn't come in the set. It's just pieces. So something that I think you want to take into account, alternate builds are great. They're going to be flimsy. You're going to want to take your own pieces, like I have back here. I have lots of pieces back here, and stabilize it. Now, a lot of pressure. This is actually being really sturdy right now, which is surprising. But if you put too much pressure on this, the legs will cave out, and I'm going to get into that right now. So it's really, I really like what I've done to it. I've really just made it more sturdy on the inside and reworked the legs completely. The old connection was really flimsy. I've made it a little bit better, but this really just doesn't stay on. So I'm going to get some Technic and build a really nice Technic thing on here. But for now, this is the way it is, and this is something that you can do. Taking this pole was a really smart idea. It really allows this to stay on much better. It doesn't come off. The worst problem is this popping off. And so that's really nice to see, but it wouldn't stay up. So I added some of these bracket pieces, and they take away from the look a little bit, but not too much. So that would really help. And then I really wanted that disc to be at the right spot, so this was the only way I could do that, working with it. So that really helped. These are just poles stuck through that crossbar as you saw there. And on the entire underside, this is actually a mingle of a bunch of hinges. Here, I can remove that. It's just a bunch of hinges. It can move both ways. You can display it in a bunch of ways. It worked really well. I really didn't change this at all. I just reworked the connection, removed this from it, and actually redid this a lot. Just by filling in, putting something over the top here because it was really just connecting to this. And then filling in the back. The back is the other thing that needs a lot of work, I felt like, and it's an alternate build. So I'm finding a lot of things that I need to work on, and that is okay in my opinion. It's not perfect. But overall, I was really happy with the way this turned out, and I really liked it. I know this is turning into more of a review, but I think it's something where that's kind of what happened with this wheat. I had to come up with something to bring out. But definitely look for some more actual mini MOCs that are small. I just thought this was kind of a mini MOC in another way of speaking by saying I made some small improvements. They were not a ton of major things I changed about this. So that was kind of something that I found fun about this week's work. And I just haven't really been able to get around to other things. So I've had a lot going on. So that's pretty much it for this week's mini MOC. I'm not going to show a final product here because it's just, it takes me forever to put this back together nicely. But definitely look forward to seeing a video in the future, maybe another one, another MOC like this, of a final with all the added Technic, and I may even show you how to make the improvements to the alternate build. It may not be super useful to you guys, but go check that out if you really are interested in getting one of these. I know I've always wanted one for a long time. You could call this my Mini MOC right here. You definitely have this nice rock structure right here. Lots of little greenery in the back, and that kind of thing. So that's going to be about it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit different, and it wasn't maybe what you were expecting. Maybe not your favorite so far. But, you know, things are the way they are right now. But definitely look forward to that. I definitely was really happy with my last MOC that I'm starting to destroy of the last stand. And definitely look forward. I think I'm going to do this really soon, a showcase of all my custom minifigs, because I have a lot of those, and I've decaled a lot. They're all decaled, so I guess they're not so much custom. All my decaled minifigs. That should be a lot of fun, a very fun video, and I'll go through all of those. That should be one of those. And I've also started to put together more of a schedule, so I'm going to release a mini MOC every Wednesday. You should look forward to a video every either Saturday or Sunday on top of that, and I may occasionally post one on Friday. So, it'll be either two to three videos a week moving forward, and this mini MOC will really boost my content. I know the last 2 weeks have been kind of odd with the mini MOC, and I was growing well at the start. It just haven't, you know, I was working on the last MOC, and then I haven't had time this week. So, I hope this kind of fills in for that, and then I also I may or may not be able to release next week. I am actually going to be gone. So, I may record videos in advance and post them, or I just may not record any at all. So if you do not see one next week, that is the reason why. But that's about it for this week's mini MOC. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. I've got lots of content in the future, decaling, improvements, MOCs like this. Actually, better than this. I can show you the one I just am starting to destroy here. I've taken off all the minifigures and started to destroy the back part of it here. More MOCs like that, and more like small MOCs like what I have on the top of here. That was one of my previous MOCs. But if you want to see any content like that or anything in that fashion, lots of improvements, lots of mods, lots of reviews coming up with a new Book of Boba Fett's Palace, which looks phenomenal, I'm going to say that. And I wish it was a little bit bigger, but, you know, you get what you get. And then that Luke Skywalker helmet looks really good. You probably won't see any other reviews. I really want that Mandalorian helmet, but I don't know if I'm going to get it because I just don't think it looks super great. I will maybe get that, so you might see that. Any of that kind of thing you like, I will be posting here weekly on some of those things. You will get a MOC, though, every week. And this is WHM Brick Bros signing off. I will see you all next time.